Okay, okay, Arun. So let's go ahead
Yeah.
with your mock for strength of material or
Yes, sir.
HPCL. Okay.
Yeah.
Arun, what is the meaning of factor of safety?
Sir, factor of safety, it is used for while designing, and it's a parameter which tells that how much the design is safe from the problems. I mean, safe from the failure. And
Mm-hmm.
it is a ratio of maximum stress to the working stress. Maximum stress in case of ultimate stress in some cases it will be in yield strength.
So in which cases we take field and in which case we take ultimate?
Sir, it depends on the failure theories, and also
Mm-hmm.
it depends on the materials. If it is ductile, we use yield strength. If it's a brittle, we can use ultimate.
Mm-hmm. So what is the need? That is my question. What is the need to provide factor of safety?
Um, okay, so factor of safety, in some situations, the materials need to be designed so that it can sustain the loads which are not which are away from our design. I mean, if there is suddenly a shock load or something, so it is not considered in our design. So we have to give the factor of safety to sustain those loads. Otherwise, the material will fail.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So can you give me the one theory, failure theory, which is used for the ductile materials?
The shear stress theory, Descartes theory.
So what is it?
It says that if the shear stress exceeds the yield tensile stress of the material under the inertial tension test, the material will fail.
Sorry, can you repeat one more time?
It says that if the shear stress induced in the material crosses the yield strength of the material during the tension test, then it will fail. And also the formula is shear stress tau is equal to sigma yti divided by 2.
Can you write it and show it to me? Okay, just write down the condition for safe design. Write down the condition for safe design as per
Okay.
shear stress theory.
Okay. So conditions tau is equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2, sigma 2 minus sigma 3 by 2, sigma 3 minus sigma 1 by 2. Sir, are you able to see this?
Mhm. Okay, okay, okay. So Arun, let's say, do you know about the Mohr circle?
Yes, sir. The
Why
Mohr
do it
circle
work?
tells us about the stresses created in every plane, each and every plane of the material.
Okay. So let us say if you are having a chalk, have you seen the chalk?
Yes, sir.
And I'm applying the
Yes.
axial load.
Okay.
So in which plane that chalk is going to fail, and in which
Okay.
type of stress?
Okay. So
The
chalk is a brittle material, sir.
type
Okay.
of stress and the plane at which it is going to fail.
So okay, chalk is a brittle material, sir. So if we apply the tensile load, a tensile or compressive, in case we apply tensile load in this case. So for brittle material, the tensile load, it will fail at the plane 90 degree to the axis of the chalk.
I'm talking about compressive load.
Compressive load means it will break at 45 degree to the axis of the chalk, sir.
Why?
Why? Because brittle materials brittle materials will fail at 45 degree because they are weak in, I mean, sorry, they are good in compression. So according to Mohs circle, we apply only compression, then the maximum shear stress will occur at 90 degrees in Mohs circle. So we take 2 theta is equal to 90 degree for that, and in that case, with theta is equal to 45 degrees. So 45 degree will be the angle for at which the maximum shear stress will occur, and the metal material will fail.
Brittle material will fail in what?
So at the plane of at 45 degrees.
Why? That is what. Why on here and why you are saying that at 45 degree?
Sorry, sir, I don't know the correct idea. I don't have any correct ideas.
Okay, let's say the same chalk. If the same chalk you are twisting it,
Okay.
how is it going to fail? In which plane and in which particular kind of stress?
So it will fail under shear stress, sir. Okay, maximum shear stress, and it will fail, and it also fail at the angle of 45 degrees.
How?
At the plane of 45 degrees.
How and why?
Okay, so the maximum shear stress, it is a radius. It is a radius of the Mohs circle, sir. Shear stress will be the radius of the Mohs circle. So the angle between the shear stress and the principal axis is 90 degrees. So if 2 theta is equal to 90 degree, theta is the one which tells about the inclination of the plane with the reference. So if 2 theta is equal to 90 degree, theta will be 45 degree. So that's why I said 45 degree will be the plane.
Why 45 degree? Why I am saying? You told me that it will fail in shear, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Can you tell me the inclination of the plane on which shear stress is acting, maximum shear stress is acting?
So there is 45 degrees, sir. That's what I said.
How do you know that it is at 45 degree, or is it at 0 degree?
0. No, sir. It's not 0. It's 45. I am sure that shear stress will only at 45 degree. I'm sure that, but I don't know that 0. It's not possible, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
At what angle is your at what angle is your plane on which maximum shear stress is acting now? Is it 0 degree or 45 degree?
Sorry, sir. I don't know. I'm not very well in that. Sorry.
I have shown you correctly or wrong? Have I shown this correctly?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's correct.
If
And
that is correct, then
complementary shear stress is not there, sir. So,
sorry?
Sir, so complementary shear stress is not drawn in that.
No, complementary shear stress will be axial. It carries no meaning. So that will become the 90.
Okay, okay.
Either 0 or 90. Okay.
Sorry, sir. I don't know. Okay.
Okay. So what is the shear force in beams?
So it is a force acting tangentially to the axis, sir. Tangentially to the body.
Tangentially to the body.
Yeah.
So what it tries to do to these particular beams?
Sir, it will shear off the material, shear off the beam, sir.
Okay. You may have seen that most of the beams, they are kept with the depth vertically.
Yes.
Why is it the case?
Sir, to increase area moment of inertia.
Sorry?
Yes, to increase area moment of inertia, sir. To have a higher area moment of inertia.
So what does that mean?
Sir, it is defined as the area which is distributed. It tells how the area is distributed along that cross section area.
What are you going to have? Like, let's say if you're saying that you're increasing the moment of inertia, area moment of inertia.
Yeah.
What benefit you are going to get by getting the
Sir, it will reduce the bending stress. It will reduce the, it can withstand higher bending stress, because bending stress is inversely proportional to area moment of inertia.
Okay. Can you give me the meaning of strain hardening? Have you heard the term strain hardening?
Yeah, yes, sir. Strain hardening occurs after the plastic yield point in the plastic region. So when we load beyond the yield point and we unload it, strain hardening occurs. A part of the plastic strain will stay inside the will stay inside the material as the residual strain. So due to this, the material will become strain hardened. It will become more hardened than previous one, and the yield strength of the material will increase.
Yield strength of the material will
increase.
No,
compared to the previous one.
What is the reason that you are giving? Why that increase in yield strength is taking
place? Why it is increasing, right? Sir, because it increases the dislocation density inside the material. When we strain hardening beyond the yield point, it will increase the dislocation density. So it will become more stronger than previous one. So the yield point will increase beyond the previous one.
What happens to ductility?
Sir, I can draw you. Sir, I can give you a drawing, sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
What happens to ductility? Leave it. What happens to ductility?
Ductility will definitely decrease, sir.
Why?
Because in hardening process, ductility will increase. I mean decrease.
Why?
Why?
How we will come to know that ductility will decrease with the strain hardening? You are saying more we strain harden, ductility will decrease. That's what you said? I am saying, can you let me know?
Yes.
Can you show me that ductility has decreased because of strain hardening?
Ductility has. So it is the it is the property, sir. If we strain harden a material, ductility will decrease. So that is the property I know, and I don't know what's the reason.
Ductility is the property, then it should not change.
Change.
But it is changing. You are saying it is decreasing.
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Okay, Arun. So let me just give you the feedback now. Okay.
Okay.
So I think Arun, one is your speed. You are replying a little fast. Okay. So just try to work on your speed. Try to maintain optimum speed. So that you can get sufficient opportunity to think.
Okay.
If you're
too bit nervous, that's why I'm making it.
Maybe. But okay, pay attention to it. Next time when you will appear. So little bit to reduce your speed. Okay.
Okay.
And other point, okay, basic knowledge seems to be, but okay, you need to improve on many areas. Factor of safety, you explained it well. Ductile material and shear stress theory, okay, that was also okay, more or less. And then I ask you one question related to this principal stresses. I think that understanding you don't have. Just go through the topic, okay?
Sir, can you answer me that question, sir? The 2 theta is equal to 45 degree, 90 degree, and theta is 45 degree.
The
I have not studied it
particularly-
before. That's why I'm asking. Sir. Okay.
So, for example, chalk is a brittle material, and many materials
Okay.
like chalk, they are strongest. And in any case, these brittle materials are strongest in compression, right?
Yeah.
And they are
Yeah.
weakest in tension.
Yes.
That you also know. What about
Yeah.
shear? Many materials, brittle materials like chalk or like glass rod, they have shear strength lesser than, they are weak in shear or lesser than compressive strength.
Okay.
So that means for such a material, if I write that this chalk is strongest in compression, followed by shear, then followed by tension. Now, tension is not acting.
Okay. Sir.
You are left out with compression. Compression, it will not fail easily. But before that, since at 45 degree, you are going to have the maximum value of the shear stress, and it is weak in shear. So it will fail in 45 degree in shear.
Sir, I have told 45 degree only. Sir.
You told, but you are not able to explain me why at 45 degree. That is important. That was the next question I asked you. Why at 45 degree?
Why at 40?
Because it is weaker.
So can you give me according to the Mohr circle?
Yes, see the Mohr
According to the
circle.
Mohr circle, can you explain?
See the Mohr circle. Draw the Mohr circle for
It's a pure
uniaxial.
shear, sir. It's a pure shear, right? Sir, it's a pure shear, right?
I'm talking about uniaxial compression, chalk case.
Okay.
First one.
Yes, sir.
Right?
But
45 degree,
shear
you are-
stress and tensile. Yes, sir.
So you are having at 45
Yes, sir,
degree
I got
maximum
it.
shear.
Yeah. Okay, sir. I
Right?
got it, sir. Got it.
Second one, that is the same chalk in shear. So the plane on which shear is acting, that is this cross-sectional plane. 0 degree. So 0 degree maximum shear. So you are having this shear plane. Mohr circle is here.
Okay.
So 0 degree plane is this one, vertical plane. Vertical line.
Okay.
0 degree plane.
Okay.
Go from
So we are
vertical line.
we are taking y-axis references.
Yes, of course, because here you can show in y-axis only.
Okay.
And move from y-axis to x-axis now. So that means 0
Yes,
degree to 45 degree actual.
Yeah.
So that means 45 degree actual, you are having maximum value of tensile stress.
Okay.
So that means at 45 degree, you are having a plane in which maximum tension is acting in this case. So if maximum tension is acting at 45 degree, brittle is weak in tension, it will fail in tension at 45 degree. So you must relate. Unless you will, okay, you
Sir,
have
but-
remembered it. You have remembered it, okay. it
Sir,
will
one
fail at-
question, sir. Sir, one question, sir.
Go
Sir, I in my book I have a question. I have a topic related to that, and they said it is 90 degree for brittle material. That under tension it will fail under 90 degree, and for compression it will fail under 45 degrees. So they have given like that for brittle materials.
So they are correct. What is wrong in it?
They don't. I mean, they said in opposite place. So you told 90 degree, right?
Which one?
That's why I'm. So for brittle material, sir.
For brittle material, you are saying
So
you
for
are
brittle
having.
material-
Okay, tell me what you have read.
So for bettering material under tension, so it will fail under 90-degree plane, sir.
90, it
Okay.
will say 0 degree. It's up to you how you understand it.
0 degree.
90 from axis.
Okay.
Plane is
Okay.
cross-sectional.
Okay.
So it is up to you how
Okay,
you are
okay.
taking. I am taking it as 0 degree. Your mention is 90, but 90 from where? You are taking it from axis of that bar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Axis.
So it will fail because at that plane,
Fine. Sir.
maximum tension is acting. And what was the second one?
And second one, they said under compression load, it will fail under 45 degree.
So that's what I
Okay.
explained you.
Okay. Sir. Fine.
Shear. Okay.
Sir, in shear they have not provided. Okay.
No, but it will fail in shear. You have no option.
Okay.
Because at 45 degree, it is only the shear, maximum shear acting in that plane.
Okay.
Then beams, okay, you explained it well. Then you are having strain hardening, okay, you explained it. Ductility decreases, but why ductility increases, you are not able to answer.
Yes. Yes.
Draw the diagram, stress strain diagram. Draw the stress strain diagram.
Strain hardening diagram for. Okay.
Just draw a stress strain diagram for mild steel. And take a point in the plastic region. Take a point
Okay.
anywhere in the plastic region and remove the load.
Okay.
And remove the load and show it on the x-axis where it will come back. When you, in the plastic, okay, right, okay. So what is, how do you measure the ductility?
So ductility, no, sir, I don't know.
Amount of
Ductility
elongation.
can be measured, sir. How can be measured?
Amount of elongation.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So now tell me, once you have deformed it in the plastic region,
Yes.
its ability to deform further, has it decreased or increased?
Decreases.
Decreased. Why? Because you have already deformed by this amount. You are left out with this much amount only. This much you are deformed because the elastic recovery portion is showing. This is permanent deformation.
Yeah.
So this much you are deformed. It means you have elongated it by this much amount. Now, how much you can deform further? You can deform only this much.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Earlier, you were able to deform between these two. That was the total elongation earlier.
Yes.
But now, with this much you have deformed, you can deform this much. So it means its ductility has decreased. By what amount? By this amount. How much you can deform it further? This amount.
This amount. Yeah.
What?
Okay. Okay.
Name is visible on this. Okay, so Arun, just brush up your concepts one more time. Listen to the mocks which are provided to you on that particular panel. Try to make small changes in your speed and appear for mocks further, and I think then it is going to be fine. Okay.